Hey there guys, so today we're taking a look at Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 running on the 1135G7. Now this is a bit of an older game here, but it is running at 1080p with the lowest possible settings. Now, one thing to point out is that the game lets you lock the frame rate to two specific modes, 60 FPS or 30 FPS. Now, what I'm showing you right now is 30 FPS. The reason I'm showing you that is because you can see it's a very consistent experience. Now, I have VSync off, so it shows an average of 36, but that's not actually accurate to the game itself. That was more just like in the menus and stuff like that. So on average, we're pretty much locked at 30, and it's a pretty decent experience here. It's actually not bad to play, and it's a overall great experience. Now, we can set it to 60 frames per second, but then you run into issues because this is one of those games that I'm guessing ties the in-game speed to the frame rate cap, and you start to play the game in slow motion. I'm going to show you that right now. Here we are showing a fight going on here while the FPS lock is set to 60, and as you can see, we do get above 30, but not much above it. And you can see that the game is running very, very slow. And it's not because of the frame rate per se, as much as all of the animations and all of that are tied to the speed of the game like that. So certain parts will just be in slow motion because it's essentially running at half speed right now. So it's not playable when you lock the frame rate to 60, but once you put it at 30, the game is perfectly playable and you'll have a great time. So just set it to 30. Don't really mess with the 60 frames per second because this chip can't really handle it. You can drop the resolution down to 720p and get it, but honestly, the game doesn't feel like it needs the 60 frames per second. This isn't one of those like fighting games where you just need ultra high precision and all your moves are going to be like pixel perfect or anything like that. It's not really the kind of game that it is. So 30 frames per second at 1080p is the best experience overall. As you can see while we jump back onto this previous fight where everything's just so much smoother. Even at 30 frames per second, it's just significantly smoother than the 60 frames per second setting. I would turn VSync on. I just have it off just for the reason of testing, but just turn on the VSync and you'll have a very, very great experience with this. So overall, I call this a win, really. It's one of those games where I like to just boot this up and play a few rounds when I'm out and about because it runs super smoothly and it just lets me jump in and just play a game without having to worry too much about whether or not it's going to cause performance issues. It's pretty great locked at 30 frames per second. So overall, that is pretty much everything. The game is extremely playable. If you're interested in picking up a laptop with this specific chip, check out the Walmart affiliate link down below if you would like to help support the channel. Or if you'd like a system that is still price conscious but more powerful than this, then check out the Amazon affiliate link down below. And again, all of that goes to support the channel, lets me get better equipment so that I can, test out more things. So I'll see you guys.
いけるぞ。いつでもいけるじゃん。今のさ。それで終わり。いつでもいける。